What's up? What's up, everybody? Oh, music stopped. There we go. We got 6 people in. Sorry, guys. Sorry. I took the last spot so we can make this happen. I did the random. The results are on the Facebook post. For those of you guys that are looking for it, I haven't even checked to see if this was live yet. Should be that. All right. What's up, Brett? What's up, Elijah? So we got Bo Jackson going on. If you guys haven't heard about this stuff, it's red hot again. We do have the collector boxes in the store. We no longer have jumbos or hobbies. This is the last hobby box that we have. Last year was pretty popular stuff, and it looks to be the same this year. Haven't seen any of it yet. This will be the first. And this over here is my breaks that I've been in. So, for Marvel. So, yeah, I had a problem. I got into character breaks, so I did pretty good. But have to get into the Facebook. Turn it down. There we go. Make sure we're good. Read the results of the random. I'm trying to give everybody a few minutes to get in here because I got in 2 minutes late. So give everybody we'll start it at 40. I'll read the results of the random. You guys can go to the original post and the list is there along with the link. So there is that. Thank you to everybody that purchased. A lot of people bought this off the website today and had it shipped. So got a silent spot following. So breaking news, our buddy Joe will be breaking with us probably not next week, but the week after. We'll be figuring out how he does it. If you guys remember a few years ago, Joe helped build this group. Before there was Phil, we call it DP before Phil. So Joe is also local to me. He'll be breaking right here on these desks. I have another setup that I have to clear off the desk. It's with one of the many collections we've been buying here. So but yeah, can't wait to see this stuff. Last year was a lot of fun. Hopefully it's the same. And the only problem is they don't put the name of the athlete on the card, so you kind of gotta figure it out. So there's that. All right, we randomed it. This was the result. And I tried tagging everybody, but I do it from the page. So I think because I'm filling on the page so that we get local customers in, I can't tag a lot of guys that are on the group. But here we go. We got Phil, Duncan, not Duncan, Brett. I keep calling him Duncan as his first name too. Last name's Carmack, Edith. I think that's Sean, Lindemann, Duncan, Sean, me, Lindemann, Duncan. So that is our order. I'm going to keep it over here in case we hit something big. We should get one auto in the box. So at least one auto. Last year they were yielding a little bit. I'm going to get it right one of these times, Brett. Because I always have your last name up there. I just associate it now. It's one of those things. And I'm horrible with names, so it usually takes me a while to learn. But here we go. This is like a trading card game. And Sports Collectibles had a child, and it was Bo Jackson. So here we go. Pack number one. Hopefully we won't pull up the autograph. Oh, okay, yeah. Most of my friends call me by my last name too. So, but it's once I remember you, that's how I remember you. So the card number, if it's not serial numbered, is down here. Hopefully you can see it further away from the camera than close. We got the Librarian. That's spot 4. Torque. That's spot 8. Sartillery, that's spot 0. Donnie Buckets, that's spot 7. And serial numbers are usually right here. Tombstone, spot 8 or 6. 8. I'm gonna need my glasses when I do these. Tombstone again, spot 8. And then these are like lands. Machetta is spot 7. If you guys play Magic, if there's any Magic players, it's kind of like part of the game where things happen that aren't on these cards. Like these are your player points. Spot 7 for Portal Eyes. I'm trying to figure out who these guys are. Spot 7 for Mic'd Up. Spot 4 for Clutch. Number 22. All right, these are going to be a little harder this year. Puka Dot, that's Puka Nakua. That's spot 5. Found one out, guys. Sartillery, spot 0. And our autograph, right off the bat, it's going to be going spot 5. So, Lindemann gets in Spider Ink Slash. I can't tell who the athlete is, though. It's a beautiful autograph. That's how I figured it out last year. I checked the autographs. Cordell Stewart. There we go. Cordell Stewart. I thought that was him. Oh, does it say underneath? No, they all say first edition. Never mind. I was going to say they have the names at the top. Lands and Hot Dog Stink. That's spot 3. Spot 3 for Hot Dog Hank. Tigra. I'll say that's Chase. Spot 0. Checkmate. Spot 9. I think we got a numbered card coming up. Tigra. I'm going to say that's Chase. Spot 0. Merlomes. I know who that is. That's Mr. Mahomes. Spot 2. Warp. Spot 8. Don't know. Ram. Spot 5. I'm going to figure them out as we go. There's got to be a checklist somewhere. And these and Steamer Stand, spot 4. Like I said, these are pretty cool. Once you find out the athletes and you actually look at it, you're like, oh, yeah. I haven't seen any of the female basketball players this time. Unibrow. Is that going to be Anthony Davis? Spot 4. Mustang. Spot 0. Warp. Spot 8. Looks like this is off football. Spider. Spot 2. Number 45. J Jets. We know who that is. Spot 2. That's Justin Jefferson. And Leviathan, not numbered, with the Charizard in the background. Spot 4. That's actually pretty sick. And then these things, and Pickle Pete's, spot 8. These are a lot of fun. I just wish they had a checklist with all the names on them. A little easier for some of them this year. Like last year, with the female basketball, it was pretty easy. Aeronaut, spot 5. We should get at least one numbered card along in this too. Botto, spot 9, 169. The Librarian, spot 4. And these cards are probably not showing as good as they are in person. Spot 5, the Ram. Who in the world? Rhys Archer. Spot 9. Oh, these are short print. Harpoon. These are retros, they call them. Spot 9. I still don't know. Usually I can start guessing them after seeing them a couple times. If you go online, there's usually after a day or two, people will figure them out and share them. Brawler, spot 9. Here we go. Midas, spot 4. Spider, spot 2. Whose nickname is Spider? It's gotta be who that is. Breeze, this is Breeze Hall, spot 3. Riz Archer, number 10. Looks like the Steelers. Spot 9. Mic'd Up, spot 7. Bayu, that number 1, spot 8. Is that what's his face? Quarterback for the Falcons. That's number 2, Vincent Van Doe. What's up, OHB? Phil, you hit the autograph. Hopefully there's another one in there. Cordell Stewart. McArmy Knife. That is Christian McCaffrey. Spot 9. See, some of them are really easy. Checkmate. Number 7. That's spot 9. Not sure. Mic'd Up. Spot 7. Mustang, spot 0. Attack, there's no number. You have 1, 5, 9. Attack. Sartillery. That's Alex Sarr. There we go. We've got another one. That's a glow. And Susie Sauce going to spot 8. Unacceptable, Phil. And it won't let me tag anybody on the page, so I'm assuming people aren't following. It's Sean Merriman. Merry-go-round. Foxhole. I'm going to say that's De'Aaron Fox. Spot 7. Sprinkler. No clue. Spot 6. Spider. It's going to be basketball, I think. Spot 2. Pantera. Spot 1. Oh, I shared it. I don't know. That's Chase. This is Chase from the Bengals. Here we go. Vincent Van Doe again. Yeah, it should be shared over there. You got to click on. I'm not allowed to do live in the group direct anymore, so. Puka Nacua. Spot 5. Leviathan. Spot 2. Jambox. Spot 8. Ram. A lot of him in here. Spot 5. Jaybird. Spot 1. Rookie inspired. So it's going to be somebody that was a rookie this year. That is Commanders quarterback. Oh my God. Number 1 quarterback. Can't even think of his name right now. That's spot 1 going to Phil. Chosen. Spot 3. Jaden Daniels. Holy cow. Sammy Sausage. Couldn't think of his name. My brain stopped working for a moment. War God. Spot 6. Dylan Cruz. Spot 3. Freak Show. Not sure. Spot 6. Alien. That's Wemby. Spot 6. Justin Jefferson. Spot 2. And Bomber. Spot 6. Eventually I'll catch up. I think that's going to be a Bears player. I'm not sure. And Vincent Van Doe again. Still haven't got our numbered card, and we're still doing another short print too. Chosen, spot 3. Mustang, spot 0. War God, spot 6. There's De'Aaron Fox, spot 7. Cheetah, we all know who that is. Tyreek Hill, spot 1. Justin Jefferson, spot 2. We're getting a lot of the same characters. Pony Carl. That's the one thing that I've noticed that's different so far. A lot of the same names. Lieutenant, that's spot 1. Number 7. That looks like Laker colors. Portalize, spot 7 as well. DeAndre Hopkins, spot 5. Tyreek Hill again, spot 1. Simon Says, not even sure, that's spot 9. And Pantera, spot 1. Is that Chuba Hubbard? That would make sense. Hot Shot Hank. Mustang is not Mahomes. Mahomes, we have a Mahomes in here. It's a different name. There's Puka. Spot 5. Bayou. I think that's the other rookie. No, it's not a rookie. So spot 8. So that throws my theory out the window. Mic'd Up. Spot 7. Biggs. Spot 1. That might be... So the other one's not Chase because that's a different number. It's spot 3. We have something back there. Harpoon. Spot 9. That's actually pretty badass. And Rockstar. Going to spot 2. That might be Mahomes as well. Bayou could be Jamar Chase because didn't he play for LSU? That would make sense. Much easier, just go and see because somebody has figured it out already. Like they give us the list of athletes and you got to kind of guess. That could be Hurts. Shy Step. That's Schuster. Spot 4. Foxhole is De'Aaron Fox. That's an easy one. Phoenix. That is going to be Bo Nix. Spot 0. Midas. 244. Spot 4. Chetmate. That's Chet Holmgren. It's the only thing that makes sense. And Lieutenant. No clue. Spot 1. Frank. What's that? The guessing is more fun. I've already changed 2 of them. After you think about it, you're like, oh, that makes more sense. Chosen is 22. Okay. Spot 3. We found out that's Jaden Daniels. Spot 1, that's rookie. That's Alexander Starr. That's spot 0. This is Chase, I believe. Spot 3. Freak Show. Not sure. Spot 6. That's LeBron. Spot 1. See, some of them are really easy. Gilbert. Some of them are really easy. Bomber. Mr. Irrelevant. We all know who that is. Brock Purdy. Spot 0. Voltage. Spot 3. That's going to be Justin Herbert. Harpoon. Spot 9. Not sure. Got a big beard. Not sure. Lawman. Spot 0. Spider. I gotta remember who's got the nickname Spider. That's spot 2. And Matty Matador. Reggie Jackson. It could be. I know Aaron Judge is in this. We haven't hit one of those yet. Yeah. LeBoss, that's LeBron again. Phoenix, that's Bo Nix. Cantera, no clue, 88. Gotta be football. And I think this is football too. Oh, this is Greek. This is Giannis. The Greek Freak. Giannis, spot 6. This I'm almost certain is Chase now because you can see the claw mark, number 1. Spot 3. Got something back here. Rockstar. That is Patrick Mahomes all the way, I think. Well, that's number 17. What the heck? Pinstripe. So it's going to be a Yankee. 17. Unless they left Soto. What number is Soto? Dr. Furter. Rockstar. Warp. My guess is going to be Lamar Jackson. I don't even know if that's right, though. Bayou. Not sure. Harpoon, I was not sure on. It's going to be somebody with a beard. Bison. That's Josh Allen. Lieutenant, no clue. We've talked about that. Spot 1. Alien is Wemby. Spot 6. Nothing behind that. Gilbert. Boone. Yeah, but that's not Boone. What number is Soto on the Mets? I don't know who. It's definitely Pinstripes. Could be a former player, too. Sprinkler. Number 4, and I'm going to guess football. Spot 6. Shy Step. Who's number 2 on the Lakers? Exterminator rookie. Number 1 rookie. Oh, Malik Neighbors. That is spot 5. Spot 2, Spider. We're going to go with Chase on that one, even though we had him at something else. Spot 3, Jaden Daniels. Spot 1. And Glizzy. No, it's not 77. Who in the world would that be? It's got to be somebody, Mets or Yankees, I would assume. Warp, that's Lamar Jackson. Bayou, I want to say it's quarterback for the Falcons, but it's not a rookie, so it doesn't make any sense. Spot 8. War God. It's not a rookie. Spot 6. That's Andrew McCutchen. Spot 4. Justin Jefferson. And Lawman. Spot 0. So we didn't get our second numbered, I don't think, but we did get an SSP. This is an SSP. Let's go through the hits real quick. This is Rockstar. 2 of them. This one's an SSP. And they're both different size. Like, can't think. It's pinstripes, but who? No clue. Got the Fire and Ice Harpoon. It's the steel version. Throwback. Somebody with a nice, beautiful beard. And then we got Slash, who is Cordell Stewart. And that's going to spot 5. It's 5 of 10. So the stuff is really nice. Like I said, my only problem with it is they don't put the name of the players on the card. So, I mean, it's fun to do it for a little while, but then it becomes frustrating because then you realize you got the wrong name because it belongs to somebody else. But I can tell you this stuff is ultra popular today. We are sold out of the big stuff. All we have left is the collector's boxes. So there's that. I think that's it. They're really cool. I think I'm going to have these out to you guys probably Monday. We're closed after tomorrow. And obviously they're not going in the mail tomorrow. Spend your shop cash. You got some nice stuff. You got some Giant stuff at least. The Malik Neighbors is yours. And then you got the Cordell Stewart. So I like it. It's a nice crossover. Something different. We don't get a lot of anymore. For those of you guys, we should be on a full break schedule starting next week, Tuesday through Thursday. And then the following week, probably even fuller, depending on what Joey wants to do. Yeah, you hit 4 or 5. Once I figured it out, it was him. Once you see that rookie logo, it helps a little bit. Like Alex Sarr, that was a big, like when I saw Sarr, S-A-R, I was all, it was easier to do. But yeah, we're closed this weekend. I'm trying to find something to do, I think. But yeah. Closed this weekend. We're going to be open tomorrow till 5, and then we're going to be closed the rest of the weekend. We had a monster day today, so it was nice. We also, I need a break. I'm tired. I'm tired just sitting here talking to you guys. It's been a long couple weeks. It'd be nice. We got people like, it's frustrating when you have to take text for something like Juvenile. That some other stores want to do, but whatever. Yeah, they did. Definitely, Elijah. It's kind of more, it's fun to do it, but as you go on and you realize you're wrong, you have to change it. Last year we did we did almost double that, and my kids want to do it again. And I'm like, no, I think it's a waste of money. Spend $400, we can go to Great Escape for the day for $400, and it was cool for a couple years, but or we could even go to Enchanted Forest for a couple days. Or a couple days. Yeah. But yeah, I want to thank everybody. Like, you guys have blown this up. It's amazing. We've been moving some stuff around. I don't know if any of you, a lot of you have seen them, but we've had these made, the Flex Fits for the employees and stuff, the real Flex Fit stuff. Had these for a few weeks. Yeah, that's part of the plan. We are having more of those made, and we'll be giving a ton away. So Phil will have one eventually. Joey will have one. Calm down, Sally. We were testing the quality first. But it's amazing. Like, well, the cool thing is too, it has a website on the back for brakes. And the next ones are probably going to have the Tops logo on them, or the Top certified dealer, whatever it's Tops authorized dealers. If you want to pay for it, we'll make one just for you. The Tops logo, or I don't know if we're going to do Tops logo or the circle, but it's going to go right here. I think we're going to do the Tops logo. I got to get permission and make sure it's good, but I think we'll be good. We sell Tops clothes in the store, so. But they sent us all of our signing for being a direct authorized partner, so that's pretty awesome. We're the only one in the Utica, New Hartford area. That's always a good thing. Yeah, Brett, you'll get one too. You're in here enough. I just got to order them. I wanted to make sure the quality was good before I started giving them away. First ones were for employees and the kids, and we have a camo one, we have a black one, a red one. Have to. I don't know what the cost would be for just one to do that. I'd have to see. We have to order a minimum of, I think, 20. But of course, everybody picked theirs out at the store. We had one trucker hat, which I actually liked better than I thought I would. So I'll probably order a couple of those. They were pretty sweet. I'm normally not a trucker hat guy, but my guy Delos that works here is, and he took that one almost immediately. So, but it's nice stitched. They did a good job. I was pleasantly surprised. Yeah, they were. My concern was they were actually, I think, cheap. Like, they were under $30. I gotta see, Phil. I don't know if they'll let me do one with that on there. The trucker hats, yeah, we'll have a few of those. That's what a lot of people, they like that style better. So I'll get a few of those. It is. It'd be cool. I gotta see if they'll do it. That's the big thing. The camo. That's what Andrea picked. She picked the camo. My 6-year-old picked the camo. My 9-year-old hates hats, and my other one doesn't care about anything. So she's severe, as most of you know, severe autistic. So she doesn't wear hats or anything. So. But my oldest, when she saw my 6-year-old wearing it, decided she needed to wear one too. So she picked one out, but I don't think she's ever wore it here. But I'll be rocking these in Florida when we go later this year. And I wanted them for Topps conference, but of course we got them like 4 days after I got back. So. Yeah, they're nice. I just need to know head sizes. That's another thing too. Like this one is a little bit too big for me, and I got a big head. It was the double XL. We will. The same company does shirts, so we're gonna do a test order with shirts when we do the hats, and we're gonna see that. We just hired. We got another girl that just started last week, technically, but her first full day was today, and we'll have. I wanted to make sure I had enough employees to do an order. But they all rock the Topps sweatshirts right now in the store. Because if you guys know me, I like it to be like 68, 69 in the store, and it's a little too cold for everybody else apparently. But like right now, I think I have it set at 69, and I think it's really hot in my office. So, but we're also. So, onto your idea from last night, I could invite you in here and you could do breaks on your channel and I could do them on mine, and we could do like a break competition too. Like if we break the same product one night and have some kind of, it was not humid today, so that was good, but we could pick a product to break and then have a prize for the other group. Like if they win, they get another box added to their break or something. But yeah, I can, like, you can do the same from yours. It's a button over here. When you go on, we can add the other person and then we select how it looks. Well, I've stirred up social media a little bit. I could stir it up even more, but it's not the kind of energy I want to have. Like there's somebody fighting a one man war around here, like against 3 other stores, and it's just one of these days one of the stores is going to say something back, and then it's going to be a big deal. It's a stupid thing. She would have fun with it. We could have a lot of fun. Like you guys, I've got another program that I've been using that does all the work for me. She might like it. Kind of expensive, but it's been bringing me more views. Like, especially on YouTube. Yeah. Like, shorts. It literally does all the work for me. It puts all the videos in. Like that logo, it did that logo. Yeah, we need something to go viral. Just what I was told by a social media guy, like a well-known social media guy, had one of the biggest hobby accounts out there, now works for Topps. Didn't like him when he had his own social media, but now I've talked to him and he's okay. He's like a good guy. He just got under people's skins for the wrong reasons. But I talked to him and he said you have to do 3 or 4 posts a day and you might go viral once a week. That's all you need, or once a month, and that's all you need. Which I've had once a month where it goes viral, not like super viral, but where I get 20,000. So, well, that's for something coming down the road. That's a top secret project you don't even know about. Joe doesn't even know about it. It's a top secret thing. My employees kind of know about it, but not really. We're working on top secret stuff around here. Yeah, 2 to 3. Like if you do Instagram, 2 to 3 posts. So 2 pictures, 1 video, which I gotta get better with videos. But 3 to 4 posts a day. One of them has to be a video, and I really gotta get better at video stuff. Well, I hate now that I know how to take video, I'm better at it. But I used to like stumble around, and I tried to do a video last night with like an update of what was going on today, and I hated every single video I did. I did it like 6 times. I just like, whatever, I'm done. And I just made a post. Yeah, you can use the same post. Like I have a list of what works best on each one. Like TikTok and Instagram photos. Like if you do photos, you want to do a carousel. Like you don't want to do one photo, you want to do several photos because it gets more engagement, and then you get an algorithm. There's a lot of stuff that I learned at the conference this year that was huge. And we are actually, I didn't tell you this either, Phil, but we're direct with BCW now for supplies, Fanatics for supplies. We still get Ultra Pro. We're obviously direct with Hobby Defense. That's my tool. What else? We're direct authorized partner with Tops. We're direct with Leaf. We are direct with who else? Everybody that we could be direct with, pretty much we are. Games Workshop we're direct with. We were direct with Funko, but we're kind of like laying off that a little bit. They're getting too expensive. Later, Brett. If you want to stop, these won't be sorted by tomorrow. I'm not. I'll have them ready for Tuesday. I'll come to the store. Yeah, we're direct with a lot of people, Phil. And I think I could drop ship to you, which would save you money. I'm not positive though. Funko, you have to like have everything or it's not worth it. And now like their direct cost for me, like per a master case, is just not worth it. For what I have to charge customers, it's just not worth it. So I'm backing off. I'll still get the sports ones. They do well. I'll still get the Pokemon ones, but everything else I'm off. Oh yeah. I'm gonna remember Brett. I'm focusing on that. I think just because I always use last names, and it just, even when I told that one guy about the promo cards, I said Duncan's gonna give you those promo cards. So I think that's just what's ingrained in me. Well, I'm trying to figure out shows. I've been invited, like people are calling me to do shows now. They want somebody that's decently priced with Pokemon and stuff like that. So, all right. I feel bad. Like when I say it, I'm like, oh, that's not his name. But there's a lot of, like, I do that with a lot of people. It's Billy Ryan's one. I think I called him Ryan for a while, and then there's one guy I didn't even call him any of his names the other day, and I felt horrible. But it happens. Like, I'm horrible with names. Once I learn it, I'm good, but it's one of those things. I've always been bad at it since school. Actually, there was two kids I bowled with, and we've been bowling together for 5-6 years, and I finally think I got them, but it's one of those things, like, man. I probably will. It'll keep things easier for me. If I look confused when I'm trying to say, that's why I'm trying to think of the first name. But yeah, hope the girls took care of you tonight. I know I was just getting back from karate with the little one when I got back here. I had a little anxiety seeing how many people were here. That was crazy. It was good, but it was crazy. For a Thursday night, that was jumping in here. No, we've had more. But I think because we are actually using like real bulk submitting and we're getting our cards back a little bit faster, I think we're seeing an increase because the other place that does it around here uses a personnel count. My jaw hit the floor when I walked in. I'm like, wow, this is pretty awesome. Then I was like, I don't even know where to start because I was trying to get my kid like settled, and it was crazy. I was very shocked. For Thursday, that was like, that happens on Friday and Saturday a lot, but like I guess it's technically a Friday because a lot of people don't have to work tomorrow. So PSA is gonna make me sit here all weekend. Those jerks. They left me on red on my express order. Well, the minimum Otani order right now is $1,500. So I mean, this is mine right here. I don't know if the other person wants to me to show their cards, but this is mine. This is what I'm waiting on. I don't know. It's number 2 of 25. And that card has gone up significantly since I bought it. So all I'll say is there is a big Aaron Judge in there too. Yeah, we had in Pokemon, there was the Moonbryon, not the original Moonbryon, but the one that was in Prismatic. I had 3 people get 8s, and they were all upcharged because the card was worth so much. So just something to think about. Wait until you get the grades to get her excited. I hope she does get a 10. She's an OG. She's from 2011. Back when we were breaking on a poker table. Back in the day. The Josh Allen, if it gets a 10, will be a upgrade charge too. The Daniels wouldn't get upcharged. That's about $600. She got a lot. She used to be a Washington National fan, I believe, or a Bryce Harper fan. And I gave her a ton of Bryce Harper rookies back in the day. Because we opened a ton of Bryce Harper rookies back in the day. 2011 and 2012, that was back in a thing called Blog TV. If you know Blog TV, you've been around a while. And I can tell you there's only 2, maybe 3 breakers that are still alive from Blog TV. There's me, Mojo Break, and Leighton. And the third, I'm not sure if they still do breaks because they I don't see them anywhere. They used to have their own website for it, but it was what were they called? Live Case Break. Yeah, that was 2011, 2012. 2012, they shut that down. It basically became Snapchat in the long run. We all moved to Vaughn TV and Justin TV, I think it was called. We all worked together back then. Vaughn TV, then the owners of Vaughn TV, we took up so much bandwidth, they made our own site, Breakers.tv, and we all moved to there. And then Breaking exploded where Breakers couldn't even hold it anymore. And most of us went to YouTube and Facebook. So that's what happened with all of us. That's the history of Breaking for those that have not been around for 15 years. Oh, it's raining. Let's see, we'll get something else up here. I'm struggling with Whatnot. There are a lot of people that want me to go on there, including one of the bigwigs at Whatnot. My issue pretty much my issue is being associated with the people that aren't good people. And I know some of the bigger breakers and the more reliable people are on there. Like this whole stack right here is from a breaker on Whatnot. There are good people on there, but I also that's I would rather get on Fanatics Live and keep pushing that, but I need to get my breaker schedule set in stone. They want us to be on there at least 40 hours a week, so which is doable, especially now that I'm going to have help. But I've got to do 2 things. I've got to do a closed circuit TV with a camera above head for this and where we're going to ship, and which is not a problem. That's an easy fix, but the Whatnot thing, like until I get on Fanatics, Whatnot seems doable, but it's I don't know. and I do fine on Facebook. I do fine on YouTube. It's so me going to Whatnot would be trying to broaden my audience, and I don't think I need it. And on Whatnot, I also, if I do breaks, I can't break certain Topps products for 30 days. So it's one of those things that I'd rather just keep on Facebook, and then it keeps things less complicated. Even though I know maybe I'll go on there for singles. eBay Live has actually contacted me about going on for singles. It's, I don't know. It's one of those things. It's one of those issues that we're constantly going with. Yeah, and that you have to spend money to get. You have to spend money to get a following, which is fine. I have no problem with that. But the guys like Backyard are spending way more than you for the ad space, and they're going to draw the people. So, yep, it would be okay for singles. I think it just, I don't know. Is it worth it for the reputation hit that you might take because you're on there with other people? And that's where I'm like, I might be out. I mean, they approached me when was the Atlantic City National, the last one, so 2021. One of my good friends that's a bigger breaker is on there, and they were trying to clean things up back then, and so I don't know. They went over the fees and everything. It seemed good, and then right when I was about to like start going on there, there was it had to be 2022 because it was the Trevor Lawrence Kaboom thing, and then there was something else after that, and it was just like one thing after another where it was just a lot of questionable things happening on there. So I want to say it was 2022, but yeah. So I never got started, and I did some sales on there. Like I listed stuff on there. I just never really went live. I went live like 4 or 5 times in 2023, maybe. I did okay, and the fees weren't horrible, but they were definitely higher than eBay, I feel. But then I went live a couple times this year or last year, and then it just seems like every time I focus on it, something bad happens on there where you just are like, ick, and it's not worth it. So I forgot what happened. There was a big scandal. Oh, it was the downtowns getting stolen on screen. There was like 4 or 5 breakers that were stealing downtowns, right? Like obvious stealing them. Like they take the card and they just go, whoop, and it's gone. So yeah, I mean, these are all. If you guys watch Bargain Hunter or Storage Wars, it's Renee from Storage Hunters. Like I talked to him in at the Topps conference. Real nice guy. They're, I wanted Sabertooth. X23 came with it, which is no. This was a different break, but I got all my cards like reasonably fast too, and like I was an addict for Marvel for a couple days. Yeah, exactly. Like in 2015, you screwed up like any of those guys, like you were gone. You went live the next time, you couldn't sell anything. People were just trolling you in the comments. No, and that's the thing. Like, there's good sellers on there, and basically who I follow, that's it. And I'll be honest, like on the other platform, there's some guys that are kind of like, I don't know. I just don't like the way they do things, and it's just everybody runs their own business. The customer has to get something, and there has to be value in it for customers, or you warn the customer, hey, this is a high risk break. There's a chance that you get nothing for your $50 or $200 or $2,000. And there's not many breakers that do that. They hype it up. They're like, oh my God, you got the Nationals for $1,500. You can pull this, this, and this. Congrats. And they do the wheel spinny thing, and I think that's all wrong. Like, you should know what you're getting. When you pay $1,500, it shouldn't be a wheel spin and maybe you get a good team. You pay your $1,500, you get a team that's good. Like, and it's too gamified for me, that stuff. Yeah, and that's how you take care of people. Like, you don't want people. Nobody, like, we don't want anybody to get skunked. I'll tell you, like, I do things different than Phil. I'll give you guys a discount code if you don't like this break tonight. It's an average break. Like, you're gonna get probably a couple packs worth. You'll get your money's worth. Let's say I broke this product, which I got a couple to do. I've got a nice mixer I'll do. We broke Inception. We do half case of Inception. It's 28 cards. At least 2 teams are going hitless. All right. I'll send a couple of hitless packs. It's usually stuff that's sitting around. I think we got 2023 update. Got a few things sitting around hobby packs. So you get that, and then you get discount codes. Like, if you paid $50 for a team, you're getting 10 discount codes. You're going to get your money back in that break will be free because you're going to use those discount codes on other teams. Like, it's 10% on the next break. So if you pick 5 teams, you can get more than your money back. It's the way you do things. Like, give value, give transparency. Like, there you go. And always let your breaker know who you collect or what you collect. Tips from a breaker. If they know who you collect or what you collect, I might have a Derek Jeter card sitting around. It might not be a huge Derek Jeter card. It might be a $5, $10 card, but you'll get that in your package if you get skunked. Like, it's always good. Like, I got it started again, but I used to have a notepad with like what everybody collected, and it was, you always got more. This is probably the coolest collection I've been going through, guys. On a side note, I just saw one of these cards laying around. I mean, yeah, Steve Young on-card auto from like 2008, I think it is. 1999. I've been just going through we've been finding some crazy stuff in this. Game used from Miggy. SP. Actual game used. Private issue number. A lot of people don't even know these exist. Number to 250. Mike Trout. This stuff has been insane. This collection I bought for about $2,000, but it was a couple monster boxes and one card that came out of it. It's already gone. It was Mickey Mantle. I sent for grading. I got a 4. I think I'm almost even on it already, and we have a lot more to go through. But we did a lot of grading, so technically we're probably not even. We probably owe the grading part. But Yeah, and Tops is going back to that. Like, if you guys pay attention to what's going on with Tops, look at your relics from Series 2 this year. Look at the backs of the cards. See what they say. Just saying. You might be surprised. It's been done quietly, and people are just catching on. It's no more wearing 50 jerseys in the hallway. You're getting actually game-used stuff now. So, trust me, I'm direct with Tops. I'm a partner of theirs. I love a lot of what they do. There is some stuff I don't like. I've been outspoken about the basketball. Like, the basketball I don't think is great. But I think in October it's going to be awesome. Like, I've been buying the basketball. Like, I know a lot of you guys have been taking breaks or whatever from basketball because it's not licensed. But on my side, anybody that gets some basketball breaks, they're going to be notified first in the fall when we do the licensed stuff, because you're helping me out with the stuff that's not licensed. I'm going to help you out with the stuff that's licensed, and you're probably going to get the better prices from us. Just saying. Just saying. Yes, I have like 6 or 7 left. We went through 4 cases of that stuff. It's really nice. The only thing I don't think is nice is the pictures, and I will say that, like, they could have done a better job with the pictures, but everything else, like, I feel like they're $150 right now. I haven't even checked secondary market because I've been just selling at what I saw at. I know they sold out on the website. Yeah, they're going for about 150 still. The card quality is good. The centering's good. There's not as much front-facing pictures. There are still front-facing pictures, but not as much. Trying to, like, if you want a case of blasters, I think we can get one for you. It's not a bad deal. Everybody gets a top team, and there's probably 6. I mean, the Lakers and Warriors are obviously the top 2 picks because LeBron and Curry stuff. But yeah, just remember those customers, Phil. Like, when the license stuff comes, take care of them somehow. And I'll be honest, I've been picking up some basketball because it's been picking up a little bit. Yeah, obviously they won the autos too. No, Curry signed with Tops. Curry, Kevin Durant, Giannis, Jason Tatum, who's kind of not a great one right now. I can go down the list. There's a ton. Castle, Sar. I think Sar's both. The kid from the Lakers Connect, or however you say his name. I honestly like Alexander Sar. Look at his progression through the season. That's all I'm going to say. Brunson is Tops. There's one guy that signed with Upper Deck this year. I want to say it was De'Aaron Fox. Yeah, Sar signed with them before the draft. He was in the Australian League stuff. That's the way to do it. If you look at his progression through the season, he got significantly better. He's on a really bad team and nobody is really noticing. There's another guy that did that. He used to play for the Mavericks. I can't think of his name. I think he plays for the Lakers now. There's another guy that took about 3 or 4 years to get going. He used to play for the Bucks. Rumor is he's going to play for the Spurs. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you can get bad boxes. You can buy bad boxes of anything right now. You can go buy a fully licensed thing, and Luka is exclusive Panini autograph for another 2 years. But, and this is what makes me scared about licensed basketball in the fall with Topps. LeBron hasn't had a licensed autograph since 2005 or 6. October, that changes. There's also rumblings that a certain other basketball great has been exclusive for 20 years, maybe joining the fold. Just rumors. And when Upper Deck was questioned about it, they say we do not talk about our licensing deals with certain players. Because Giannis is on the Milwaukee Bucks. There's rumors. There's rumors. You can go look at rumors. I don't spread them. I just say there's rumors. That would melt the hobby, though. And it makes me concerned for pricing. It makes me very concerned for pricing. Especially with like flagship basketball. I want to say right now, because it's going to be the first flagship basketball in October, I'm going to assume it's going to be $125 to $150 a box. It doesn't matter. He hasn't had a licensed autograph in 20 years. And he's signing more now, just so everybody knows. Which I don't know why he's doing that. And MJ, with NBA coming back to NBC, a lot of people have missed this, but MJ is part of that. He's working with the NBA again, working with the unions again. Fanatics is partners with the unions and the league. Probably just smoke. No fire. He doesn't need any money. He made so much money selling the Charlotte team. He's good. He's good. And think about it. You get to advertise with Michael Jordan. He's good. But there's a lot of smoke around Topps in Nintendo for some reason, which, for those that know, Next year is the 30th anniversary of something. It would be a very interesting set to release next year. Even if it's a one and done, it will melt the card market. Yes. There are super fractors that could be in that. Say it's a top chrome set. That's just. It's quality. And I've gotten in the Junk Wax 2.0 argument with people. It's not. And with base cards, sure, we can have that argument. But there is over 1 million 1989 Ken Griffey Jr. Upper Deck cards. Over a million. Probably close to 2 million of those. Not every card, like, probably, you gotta remember, like 1 or 2% of players in that MLB make it to the Hall of Fame. Those are going to be the players that you want. Or fan favorites. Like, Nick Swisher still sells. He won't be a Hall of Famer, but he's a fan favorite. People love him. He will always sell. Don Mattingly, as much as it pains my heart, will never be a Hall of Famer. Probably as long as he's living. But he sells because he's a fan favorite. You are going to have to, probably 5% of the cards and players that we collect today are going to be ones to hold on. That's what you gotta remember. Like, the rarity is the rarity. Like this, here we did math today. There's 9 collectible quarterbacks in the AFC right now. 9. How many of them are going to win a Super Bowl in the next 10 years? Ohtani has a championship. He has 2 MVPs. Probably going to be a third one this year. That's what's going to be worth it. Like this guy. In 20 years, are we going to remember him like we do Ken Griffey Jr.? Just something to think about when you're collecting, guys. Is it fun to collect, guys? Yes. And yes, well, the Angels, he needs to get traded somewhere that's competent in running a team. First of all, and second of all, he does, like, remember Ken Griffey Jr. was iconic. It wasn't just because he was a good player. He was the first cool guy wearing his hat backwards during the All-Star game, doing all, like, he was hip for the kids. Like, he was on the show we used to have on Saturday mornings all the time. Like, he was a card collector. Like, I know nobody believes that baseball players or anybody collects cards because it's all set up and blah, 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 whatever. There's a lot of players that collect. But anyway, but he was on there showing his collection. He was, sitting there with his dad talking baseball. Like, This Week in Baseball was called Twib. That's another, back in the 90s, a dealer, I had some Mantle stuff, and the dealer told me, kid, get rid of those now because in 10 years, nobody is going to know who Mickey Mantle is. All the people that watched him play will be dead. And Mickey Mantle goes up every year. People collect him every year. See? Pete Crow Armstrong was on Sports Card Nonsense. They interviewed him in spring training one time. One of the nicest dudes, and he was deep on the hobby. Like, there's people that are just so negative about everything. Like, and that's one thing I've kind of disassociated with the YouTube. I want to do my own YouTube. Guys like Sports Card Dad, Dan the Card Man, they used to do some interesting stuff, like some positive, a little bit of negative. Their channels went full negative because they went for the clicks. And I don't hardly watch them anymore. And then even like Dan the Card Man, like the last thing I watched from him, he's like, I need you guys to do me a favor and let me know that you're seeing my stuff come up. Dan, it's not because you're not in the algorithm. You're in the algorithm for the people that just like commiserate with you. Like, do something positive. So show your collection. Like, he's doing it for the clicks. And go watch his videos that he didn't delete, and it shows you everything. Like, he used to show Yu-Gi-Oh stuff. Like, and it's not a knock on them as people. It's a knock on them as their content. Their content is just they went full 100% negative. That's, if you look at the PokeTubers, like my friend Jordan, I was gonna call him Jared. I was calling him Jared first 3 months I know him, but Jordan, he has Cranes Collectibles. He is a small PokeTuber. He has more followers, subscribers, whatever you want to call it, than some of the largest sports cards YouTubers. There's a reason for that. Like, because people don't want to sit there and watch negative. And people knock Jeff Wilson, who, to be fair, like, there's some of his content I don't like. I watch more of his stuff than anybody else's right now because it's not always like draining. Like, you go everywhere. You go on Twitter now, and it's just like, this is bad, this is bad, this is bad. Like, that's not the hobby. Those are just loud voices in the hobby. Just remember that, guys. Like, if you feel differently than what you're seeing on social media, like, I'll tell you, you're in the majority. It's a silent majority. I promise you. Like, what I see in the store, like, there's kids collecting. Like, everyone thinks kids have these cases, and there's kids trying to put heritage sets together. There's a kid and his grandfather that come in here, they're trying to put the 72 set, 72 or 74, one of those sets together. Like, yes, RGL, he does both, bad and positive. I would rather see a balanced take. Like, not everything's bad. Like, come on. We gotta like stop taking in all the bad content, because you do that and you like think things are falling, like the sky is falling. It's not. Like, I could tell you right now, we have had, and it's hard to say because we've only been open 3 years and people are just starting to find us, but I've talked to other dealers too. The last 4 to 5 months have been even during the pandemic, these have been the busiest 4 to 5 months that I've had. Exactly. And that's, we need to see that some products, like, you're not going to get a big hit in every box. And that's, some of it's education. And anybody that's been in the store that just got in this hobby, like, or got back or came back to the hobby, the first thing they always ask, like when they're coming back into the store the first time, I'm just getting back in, how do I do this? And I could sell them a $200 box and be like, oh, this is what everybody's buying and blah, blah, blah. Don't buy this, don't buy that. That's not the way to go as a card shop. I say it depends on you. And I explain, there's some people that like to buy singles and they don't like to rip. They don't like, doing the new product. They like to buy who they like, and that's it. There's some people that like to rip product and they just want to rip, and they get the enjoyment of getting that big hit every once in a while. And sometimes they put sets together, but they like to just rip. And sometimes People like to get in breaks. They just want to buy the team that they collect. They don't care about any of the other teams in the product. They buy a team, and they get the cards that they want, and that's it. And you go through the list. Like I have probably a 10-minute spiel I go through with people. And then I ask questions, and then you leave it up to them. Like you can't just lead somebody to something because it benefits you once. They could open that $200 box and be so like disenfranchised because they got $30 worth of cards, and be like, wow, if this is how it is, I can't do this. Like, you can't do that. You can't. That's doing a disservice to you and to the hobby. You need to explain things better. If you're a hobby shop and you put them to a box that you need to get rid of or whatever, think about what you're doing. Oh, 100. And you heard my rant about the spinning wheel where you bid on what's left, and you might get a chance at the Washington Redskins or wherever they are now, Commanders, and you get $1,500 and you get the Carolina Panthers. That is bad for the hobby overall, because somebody just paid $1,500 for the Carolina Panthers, who go for $100 to $150 net break. But the next bid won't go down. The next bid will go up because there's one less team for that Washington Commanders spot. And the Commanders are still a $1,300 team, $1,500 team, and people are overpaying for it. That is bad for the hobby. I can go on and on all night. You guys will get me fired up. I should do a Justin Nunley type channel for sports cards. You guys don't know who that is, look him up on TikTok. My man is hilarious. Yes. Exactly. Finest for $100. They were getting $3,000 a case. No, $3,200 a case? Bro. Unbelievable. I'm telling you, all we gotta do is get our name out there more. We'll be sold out breaks breaking all day. $3,200 for a case. Disgusting. Finest was a great product, but I want to say the last price we had it at was like, I want to say the last case was $2,800, and that was a high price, I thought. So yeah. Finest isn't a 12-box case, I don't think. It's 8-box case. 8 or 6. Oh, it's just annoying. Yeah, so $250, that's $2,000 a case we were charging. We just gotta grow the group, and Unfortunately for me, I can't sell on eBay. I have to do it through the store and through other means. I could use District, but we're going to take a beating on some brakes if we do that. I think we're on that brake site, like the price charting for brakes or whatever. So I don't know. It is what it is. Like, I've been doing this 12 years. I consistently fill brakes. It's not a big deal. There's some things that I break because I want to break it. It's not, and it won't fill, and I don't care because I'll just I'll eat the spots. Like Marvel, if it didn't fill, I would have eaten the spots. Well, the QR code thing is working. We have 200 people in our text community now. I just got to figure out how to do your brakes in that way. Because that would be huge. Get that community up to 500 or 600. So, and I'll say my Pokemon push has done more than that. Like today, I had enough where I could put it out on Facebook where, hey guys, we got a huge Pokemon stock coming. And even that, I mean, that didn't last. We had 100 transactions happen today, so yeah, that's the stuff that I don't know. Like the VeeFriends. Those are going for $150 to $200 a blaster. We broke them at $75 a blaster. Last one I did at $100 a blaster because people were begging me for more. Yikes. It gives more sense of urgency too because there's only 5 spots. That's something to think about. I mean, probably the best product out there right now that I can get that's reasonably priced, and people are going to be like, what? Is Mosaic Hobby Megas. I will put any product up against that and return on investment. It's been a thing for 4 years. I didn't have any doubt in it. There were, if you listen to Sports Card Nonsense, Mike is the sports guy, Jesse is the non-sports guy. Jesse was talking about it. They can't say how much they got. I know, watching them break, I know about how much they got. And Mike was like, dude, you're making a big mistake by ordering this stuff. You're going to get stuck with it. And I was like, no, he's not. I only got 2 boxes left to score. Maybe even less. I haven't. My wife worked out there. I didn't even work the shop. I was today's karate day, so I worked the shop in the first half of the day, and we didn't get it until like 2 or 3. So, but when I last checked, there was only 2 left, and there might be less than that. And that's the thing, like, with VeeFriends and Marvel, I think, the only store within 100 miles that had both. But we're a huge, huge non-sports store. Like, we sell, like, I know it sounds weird, but we sell a ton of garbage buckets. A ton of garbage buckets. What am I selling what at? The Score? 205, I think, or 200? One of the two. I usually go by, there's a place that price is similar to me a lot. I think I was cheap because it sold fast, obviously. I mean, there's some places that were cheaper than me. Steel City's at 220, so I'd be like 205 to 210. That's where I would have to be at. But it depends. Like, now you've got other card shops around you. Yeah, I think that's a good spot to be in. I mean, I have other shops around, but they're usually well over my price. But they get a lot less than me and have to be. Yeah, it's the megas have gone up a little bit because there is nothing left. That's something you need to watch too. I gotta actually check something. So state of the hobby right now, I know there's people that are afraid. Like, I can tell you right now, for everything, like literally everything is going up. It's the first time I've gone into Card Ladder and literally everything is in the green except for, what was it? Tennis, I think. Tennis and golf. And don't get crazy. It's not pandemic. Like, everything's going to the moon. It's just there is volume in everything. No, hockey is up actually, but the Stanley Cup just stopped, so that'll probably be going down. Basketball will probably go on a downtrend right now. Right now, we should see an uptrend in football because that's usually what's hot at the National. There's so much I'm going to buy in basketball in September. Oh my God. But one of the things I'm going to be doing, like, How far away from you are from Chantilly, Phil? Well, college basketball is going to. We're going to have Bowman Chrome U at the end of August. Or I don't know if that's going to be football or basketball. 2 hours. I might start hitting that show up. I don't know. I'm trying to get into the Mohegan Sun show here, which is a really big show, but there's a waiting list. I probably could get table space if I really wanted to at CSA. Oh yeah, there's influencers there. There's, I can tell you at Fanatics Fest, most of the dealers had stuff at 120% comps, and there was no negotiating. People were just buying it. So, if there's any question at where the hobby is at right now, oh yeah, over that. Probably 125 from what I'm hearing. We'll know Tuesday, I think. Yeah, I've heard 125 plus. It was definitely over last year. And when they offer me a table this year, I will be there this year. My kids are just going to have to change their birthdays. I would go right there. Honestly, Phil, I'm a type person just like my own space. Like, literally. I've gone with friends to Vegas and I get my own room. It's just one of those things. Even national, like, people have offered to split rooms and stuff. It's just not my thing. I have trust issues. It's just one of those things. I like to have my own, like, to decompress, and especially like the national. Like, I didn't go to Cleveland. I didn't go to last Chicago. I'm toying with the idea, and I hate it right now about going to Chicago. Yeah, no. I get it. I'm not the, I like my own decompression chamber. Even, like, my decompression chamber is here. Like, after I leave the break room, like, I stay here for a half hour. I'll sort some cards and stuff. And that's just my thing. Right? I don't even get that. Like, by the end of the night, all my kids are usually somewhere in my bedroom. So, I'm used to that. I know, I know, and I like the National is coming up in next weekend. The Nash, in Nashville. I don't even care. 500's. Trust me, at those shows, 500 is nothing. Nothing. But right now, stuff is selling so fast out of the cases. I don't even know if it is. Last year when I went to Fanatics Fest, I was like, wow, this is incredible. Things are selling so fast. I was down to like 2 showcases by Saturday. Like, I could have left Saturday and I think we made a couple. The problem was buying. Like, nobody was bringing stuff in to buy last year. And that was a big complaint of almost everybody there. People that were there just to buy didn't get anything compared to what they normally do at a show. I would buy something, put it in the case, and be gone within 20 minutes. That's just how the show went last year. This year was, they couldn't even, like, they would get a price and they couldn't even get the case closed and it was gone. So it's tough right now, but I mean, and I'm grading everything that looks good because the margins are so tight. Like, some of the good stuff you have to pay 80% for, 90% sometimes. You have to grade it and hope you get that bump. Like that Otani, I need that bump. I need that 10 bump. If that Otani gets a 10 bump, I did very well. If it gets a 9, I'm going to do okay, but yeah, they do. But, and here's the bad thing, like, about that, and we're going on another rant. 80 to 90% is not for every card. That is not for every card, and everybody thinks 80 to 90% is every card. It's for liquid, fast-moving cards. That is it. And it's the top of the top. You can. You 100% can. Trust me, I used to say the same thing. You 100% can. But the thing is, you have to have a way to move it. And that's what I've developed over the last year or so. You have to have the customers that want that stuff. And you have to, like, my big thing is I have to get back in the shows. Like, I have to 100% get in the shows. Like, a year ago, I would not have paid 90 or 85% for that card. I think it ended up being zero chance I'm paying 85% for that card. You can't think of it that way. You cannot think of it that way. You can't. You're going to live in the mid-end range then, to be honest. Like, and that's where I was. Like, I was like, man, I can never get the good stuff because they always want 80, 90%. But these cards, made one text. I bought these at 80%, made one text. You got a network, almost half people in mind that you're going to be selling it for. I'll be honest. 50% of the cards that I have Don't even make the case. And I do have to get better with that too. I do have to get better at getting a lot of quality merchandise. But the problem is the premium stuff. I have people that are looking for it, and it's gone as soon as it comes in. The biggest thing you have to do is grade more. Can you buy a lot of can you buy a lot of graded cards at 80-90%? Yes and no. But you have to also know what you're buying it for and who you're buying it for. So yeah, it's 90% of the game. 90% of the game. I lost money on that Jaden Daniels Uptown that I got. I lost probably 50, 60 bucks on it. Yeah, you have to be picky. But also, when you're buying, you make those, you point that out to somebody. This isn't going to 10 because it's got a front line down the middle. I can't pay you full comp because I'm going to have to give a discount because of this. You have to catch those flaws before you buy those cards. You got to look for grading potential. Yep. Especially with 2044 Prism, the edges are killing people. The edging is killing people. I'll give you another tip. Because you don't know Pokemon that well. You buy all these CGC slabs with the blue label 9.5. You're welcome. I'll tell you what to do with them when you buy them. Oh yeah, Optic with the Uptowns have been horrible. Very rough top edge. Looks like they cut it with a butter knife. Here's a secret. You send those in, pay $5, they're 10s. Shh. Don't tell anybody. It's my secret. It's only the blue labels. Don't buy the black labels like that. They're unlucky. They don't get 10s. Only the blue ones do. And I don't want to hear it's because they changed the grading scale and they do it all the time. I don't know. Beckett's a weird thing right now. I didn't realize how cheap they were. I've had a lot of people ask me about Beckett. I'm still mad at him from 2021. I might be able to get over it if they were to give a good deal on bulk services. Cheaper than that from what I saw. All right, one final check of PSA because they've just closed. Don't put me on red until. Come on, PSA, come through. I'm on red until Monday. What I saw was $16 a card. That's what I saw, $16 a card. But I could be wrong. I know a lot of people that use them too. And they'd be one where I think it would get a 9.5, but not a 10. Because you still get a low value for that now. If they were smart, they'd be going after all the FGC oximeters right now. That's what they should be doing. Auto authentication is the best in the business, and I'll fight anybody that disagrees with me. The problem is not your what they did to people from 2020 to 2022 is what is the real problem. I don't think the pricing was ever really an issue, to be completely honest either. think more of their customer service was a major problem that they had. So, Phil, I'm going to call it a night because I got to be back here at 11 o'clock tomorrow for a short day. But thank you guys all. It was nice chatting with you guys. Nice getting to rant a little bit. I will see you all next week, most likely, unless you pop in the store tomorrow. I will be here 11 to 5 with Kimmy, I believe. Thank you guys all that came in the store today. I appreciate it. You all have a great 4th of July. Be safe. Don't blow up your hands. Have a great night. Peace out.